A dangerous and prolonged severe weather outbreak is unfolding across the United States this week, and honestly, the scale of what is coming has forecasters deeply concerned. 3 separate storm systems are set to pound the same regions back-to-back over 5 to 6 days, with virtually no relief in between. What makes this setup especially alarming is that these systems are moving slowly, meaning communities will not just be hit once, they will be hammered repeatedly. An estimated 100 million Americans are in the path of this outbreak. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and more than a dozen other states are facing a combination of threats that rarely arrive all at once. Media, dramatic footage of tornado funnel touching down near homes, hailstones pelting cars in suburban parking lot, violent tornadoes, golf ball-sized hail, winds exceeding 70 miles per hour, and life-threatening flash flooding. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a multi-day severe weather outlook covering portions of 15 states, a signal that this event is not ordinary. The atmospheric setup driving all of this is textbook dangerous. Warm, humid air from the Gulf of Mexico is surging northward into the plains while a powerful low-pressure trough pushes in from the west. Cold, dry air from above collides with that warm moisture below, and, really, the result is an explosively unstable environment. Both the Gulf of Mexico and the Pacific Ocean are simultaneously funneling moisture into the center of the country, providing more than enough fuel to sustain multiple rounds of intense storms. The first storm system gets underway Saturday, April 11th, targeting the southern plains. The primary zone of concern includes West Texas, southeast New Mexico, western Oklahoma, and western Kansas. A slight risk of severe weather is already in place, meaning scattered, severe storms are expected throughout the day. The threat stretches from Montana all the way down to the Texas Panhandle. The main dangers Saturday are wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour and golf ball-sized hail, with isolated supercells also capable of producing tornadoes. Sunday, April 12th, is when conditions escalate sharply. The storm system shifts eastward and targets central Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. A dry line is expected to fire up Sunday afternoon, and if supercells develop along it, the situation becomes significantly more dangerous. Baseball-sized hail, winds between 60 and 70 miles per hour, and a notable tornado threat are all on the table. Cities including Wichita, Oklahoma City, and Dallas are in the crosshairs. The tornado risk on Sunday also extends as far north as Minnesota and Wisconsin, driven by rapid warming, abundant moisture, and strong wind shear combining to create a highly unstable atmosphere. By Monday morning, April 13th, this is no longer just a plains event. The threat expands into the entire Mississippi Valley, bringing cities like St. Louis, Memphis, and Little Rock into the danger zone. Monday may be the single most dangerous day of the entire outbreak. Severe weather risks spread across 15 states, stretching from Texas all the way up to Michigan. Temperatures are running 20 to 30 degrees above normal across much of the region, which only adds more energy to an already charged atmosphere. A full-blown tornado outbreak is possible if conditions align as forecast models currently suggest. A second storm system arrives Tuesday, April 14th, forming near the Kansas-Nebraska border and extending severe weather threats from the Great Lakes all the way down to Texas. Cities such as Cleveland, Fort Wayne, and Indianapolis face dangers from large hail and damaging straight-line winds. Supercells developing along the dry line could produce tornadoes from Texas up into Iowa. As Tuesday evening progresses, a powerful squall line may organize and push into Wisconsin and Illinois overnight, carrying with it the possibility of embedded tornadoes. Nighttime tornadoes are one of the most underestimated dangers in severe weather. When tornadoes occur after dark, people are often asleep and may not receive warnings in time to take shelter. This is precisely why having a working weather radio and enabled emergency alerts on your phone is not optional this week. It is essential. Wednesday, April 15th, continues the severe weather pattern with storms from Michigan and Ohio down to Texas. Damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes remain possible throughout the day. Flooding becomes a serious additional concern by midweek. Portions of the Interstate 35 corridor could receive 3 to 5 inches of rainfall, creating conditions for dangerous flash flooding on roadways and in low-lying areas. Thursday, April 16th, shifts the severe threat eastward into the Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic region. Damaging winds and hail are the primary concerns, though the tornado risk is somewhat lower than earlier in the week. At the same time, the Northwest is dealing with a completely different kind of extreme weather, as heavy snowfall impacts the Cascades and additional snow falls across Colorado, Wyoming, and Utah. While storms rage through the center of the country and snow falls in the mountains, the Southeast is baking under extreme heat and drought conditions. Atlanta, Raleigh, and Charlotte may see record-breaking temperatures during this same period. Dry ground allows heat to build rapidly without the cooling effect of soil moisture, intensifying conditions. The temperature contrast across the country this week is stunning. Differences of 50 to 60 degrees can exist across a single weather front, and that contrast is one of the primary engines driving this entire outbreak. A third storm system is expected to develop by Friday, April 17th, bringing yet another round of severe weather back into the plains and Midwest. Storms are forecast to continue into Saturday, April 18th, offering no meaningful break for communities that will already have endured multiple rounds of dangerous weather by that point. Parts of Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, and South Dakota will also see snow during this period, creating a stark contrast with 90-degree heat in Texas, just hundreds of miles to the south. Beyond this week, the overall pattern shows no signs of quieting down through late April. The central United States faces continued storm risks, and drought conditions in the southeast show no signs of improving. Cities facing repeated and significant severe weather risks throughout this entire event include Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Wichita, Kansas City, St. Louis, Memphis, Indianapolis, Chicago, and Minneapolis. If you or someone you care about lives in any of these areas, now is the time to act. Here is what every person in the affected regions needs to do before these storms arrive. Make sure your weather radio is working and has fresh batteries. Charge your phone fully and confirm that wireless emergency alerts are turned on. Know exactly where your safe shelter location is inside your home, an interior room on the lowest floor, away from windows. Put together a small emergency kit that includes water, food, medications, and important documents. Make a plan for your pets before the storms begin. Know the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning. A tornado watch means atmospheric conditions are favorable for tornado development and you should stay alert. A tornado warning means a tornado has been detected or is imminent and you need to take shelter immediately. No hesitation. Do not wait to see the storm before you move to safety. Severe thunderstorms are dangerous even without tornadoes. Large hail can destroy vehicles and injure people caught outdoors. Damaging winds can bring down trees, power lines, and structures. Never drive through floodwaters. Even 6 inches of moving water can knock a person off their feet, and 2 feet of water can carry away most vehicles. Turn around. Do not drown. This is not a routine week of spring storms. USA Storm Center will continue tracking every system as it develops and bring you the latest updates as conditions evolve. Stay weather aware.